Well, hello, you two buds. I hope you're doing well. It's kind of a hot day today, but I'll deal with it. But I'm hoping to find some trees, and I wanted to go to a place I hadn't been to before. So, on this wonderful big map, that's where I am, way up here in Norfolk. Way down here, it's actually a city called Chesapeake. There is a tiny little park. Tiny! It's so cute! It's called Great Bridge Locks Park. I won't be able to vlog and drive like some people do. I don't have anything on my dashboard to attach a camera to. I've got a nice water bottle. Gotta have that when hiking, but it's not a large part, so I'll probably just be sitting. Sunscreen if I'm gonna be a while. A book. My hat, of course. Binoculars in case there's some birds around. I made it to a closer parking lot. It's a long strip of a park with this waterway, which is some sort of a lock system. There are some people fishing. I'm surprised you can catch fish in this area of this waterway, but I guess they will swim up here. This sign shows the village of Great Bridge and the history of it and this canal that I'm looking at. What's interesting is that this goes back to the Revolutionary War, actually before that, because there was an early battle of the Revolution, December 1775, and this also has some Civil War history, some significant history there, and the area was generally Confederate area, and then later the Union troops occupied Norfolk, which is north of here, and they cleared the area of the Confederate obstructionists. So this canal is very old, and I am very old. I'm going to walk this way and see what we find in this direction. There's this fenced-in area that begins here, and big warning, U.S. property, no trespassing, and no digging or collecting artifacts on federal land. So where this lock takes a big twist there, at least that's what I think it's doing, and then it continues that way. This canal system is actually under control of the federal government, which kind of surprises me. Maybe we should have another revolution and take this canal back. You think? Let's see what these are about. Oh, okay, so this is the lock, because the first sign is, what is a lock? So if you want to pause that and read that, you are welcome to do so. Fresh water east of here, and salt water to the right of here, to Norfolk and Chesapeake Bay via Elizabeth River. I don't know why that would be salt water so early down here, because we're quite far away from the ocean at this point. Maybe it depends on how they flooded this canal. The canal becomes a federal government waterway. Interesting. Completion of the railways and the restructured Dismal Swamp Canal Company signaled the downfall of the Albemarle and Chesapeake Canal Company in 1910. Well, that didn't last very long. So it quickly went out of fashion, so to speak. Maybe it's only between the fence and the canal edge that you can't go, because that building is like a main control center of the water or something. You'd have to be really desperate to go get a drink out of that water fountain. Really desperate. I'm not that desperate yet, but I imagine I might be in the future. Yeah. I'm enjoying that view. And that is the part that ventures toward the it's the very beginnings of the Elizabeth River South Branch. Okay, this is the beginnings of the river, really. but it just is surprising me that that's apparently brackish water or salt water. I don't know about that. I just don't get that part, but I could have misread the sign. Well, you read it. There is the evidence. Now that we're here, let's take a look through the woods. There is a clearing there. There's another snake pond there. But yeah, there's another shelter over there. And some people are hanging out in it. I did remember to put sunscreen on my beautiful toes. I've had so many compliments on my feet and my toes. I wish these foot fetish trollers would stop trolling me, but they just won't stop. Let's see if I can refill my water bottle. Wait a minute. You bastards. So this is a fairly big parking lot here. It's not enormous, but it's not tiny either. And the slots are definitely made for cars with trailers with their boats. So this truck driver is trying to get his boat in the water and launch that into this area, which I guess that will lead to the other waterway, yes, that I showed you already. So there's room for two to be launched at the same time. And they just drive right in, and good truck, you did stop, and you will not flood your truck. Very nicely done. Wow, that was quick. They're good. You do feel the heat in the sun. So I don't know how I'm going to do with all this outdoor living stuff when the time comes. I did find this rather pleasant picnic table in the shade, and I'm going to read my book here. And I can take my hat off, be out of the hot sun for a while, read a couple chapters. I'm a person that needs a lot of space, you know. Give me space. I don't want your rules. I don't want to work for the man anymore. So I don't want to see the man anymore. Yeah, I just want to be in the woods by myself, you know. I am facing that illegal do not cross federal fence area, and I really think they are watching me at this point. Is that a gun rifle pointed toward me? No, I don't think so. I have never really been in an area before where all of the pine trees don't have any of their branches start until way, way up there. It's kind of an interesting view to see all these naked, barky pine trees that have no branches until the very top. I'm glad they're providing me a little bit of shade. It is coming and going. I guess the sun is moving across the sky, which I don't understand at all. But I have noticed that these pine trees are dropping their pine cones just for me. And you know George loves his pine cones. So, yeah, that's waterway certainly is meant for people to travel through this canal. Interesting, this federal building does have a camera, I recognize them now, on each corner of it. So they are very serious about watching this area. In fact, I know for a fact they are watching me. They are watching me. And I just gave him the finger. So, hopefully I will not get in trouble. If you see a bunch of guards running toward me right now, you know that they did not like getting that little finger. This is a better map of this area I've been in. We talked about the southern branch of the Elizabeth River, public boat launch that I saw, and there's the lock.
and that continues into the Atlantic Intercoastal Waterway, which is this canal controlled by the federal government. The Patriot victory at the Battle of Great Bridge convinced many Southern loyalists, Southern patriots on the verge of giving up, and others unsure of their allegiance to join the Patriot cause. It also led to the British evacuation of Norfolk and later the whole colony of Virginia.